content, glaze or hate. New Solo Leveling Season 2 Episode 13 scene doesn't look bad. Uh-oh. When you have to go out and say, hey, to be fair, this doesn't look that bad, that's pretty much admitting that it doesn't look good. Anyways, also, Episode 13, I don't expect it to be insane, you know? Like, I think we're done with the Sakuga Fest. I think the finale of Solo Leveling will be a chill, you know, wrapping up aftermath of the arc and setting up for season 3. I am not expecting some insane episode.
Despite all of these hateful comments regarding Solo Leveling Season 2 Episode 12, they are nothing more than a vocal minority, as the vast majority love this episode.
Yes.
Warning, heavy spoilers for Solo Leveling Season 2 Episode 12. 10 out of 10 peak greatness. That episode of Sung Jin-woo versus the Ant King blew my mind. When Season 3 eventually comes out, hopefully next year, I hope they do a compilation movie.
Man, I hope that they drop a season 3 announcement like what they did last year with the end of season 1. And then boom, 2026 winter, we get Solo Leveling Season 3. That'd be so hype.
For Season 2, because I would love to see these sequences on the big screen in the cinema. There are so many amazing sequences, but there are 2 underrated scenes. This sequence of Sung Jin-woo falling with style, slicing the Ant King like he is Levi Ackerman slicing the beast.
Yeah, that is a Levi style animation, the rotation.
He's tighten up.
Look at it.
And then this sequence of Sung Jin-woo activating his blades, delivering the final attacks towards the Ant King. I just wanted to give these 2 scenes a shout out because,
they're great.
Oh my gosh, the fluidity, the character consistency in the art, the visual effects makes Sung Jin-woo did feel like a dancer in this moment. It honestly feels
Jinwoo Trace on. True. Unlimited Blade Works, we're watching that Patreon exclusive, by the way.
more like a tribute to Cha-Hae the dancer, the 1S ranker he truly respects. At the time of this recording, this episode has over 480,000 likes.
And at the time of this recording, it surpassed 500k.
Which is absolutely amazing. The highest rated episode in all of Crunchyroll.
Woo!
And it has a new record on IMDb, being the highest rated episode in all of Solo Leveling.
Oh my god! It means that the show we're watching is the right show, guys. Oh my god, I'm so happy that there are these arbitrary metrics that tells us that I'm not wasting my time. That me, as a Solo Leveling enjoyer, I'm watching the right anime, guys. Oh my god! You know why I'm saying this? I'm saying this partly because, one, these metrics should never affect your enjoyment of a show. Fuck these ratings. Watch it and come to your own conclusion. Did you like it or not? It's that simple. Of course, having that external validation is a good feeling. On the second part, the way that I just sarcastically acted is the mentality of the people who give this show a 1 out of 10 rating. Because their favorite show that they base their entire personality on is no longer having the spotlight. And they feel like they're missing out on something. And they feel like, oh no, why isn't my show being talked about right now? Why is something that I'm not watching being glazed so much? Am I being invalidated? I need to go on Twitter. I need to go on Reddit. I need to go on Crunchyroll and submit these 1 out of 10 reviews. This is the root cause of why these monkeys engage in tribalism. They let these external sources dictate their own life, and they're like, oh, I don't feel validated anymore.
For an anime series that came out 1 year ago to be
H-Goon is a crazy name over here, bro. H-Goon, Hentai Goon.
making and breaking these records is an absolute great achievement. Haters will say it's mid, but the people who love and support this series will say it is absolutely fantastic. And while we have to wait,
Also, at the end of the day, here's the thing too. And here's a realization that I probably should have had a much earlier on into content creation. It's that you don't need to convince these monkeys anything. You don't. You don't need to appeal to everybody. Everyone is different. And they've already come to their conclusions. And it's not up to you to try and convince them otherwise. If they want to have these beliefs, if they actually even believe it, who cares? Let them do their thing. Because there's plenty more people like that are part of the community that you enjoy and you can just enjoy it. Straight up. Who gives a fuck? Just ignore them. Just ignore them. Be like, move on. It's that simple. You don't have to appeal to everybody. You just have to appeal to the community that likes you.
Season 2, Episode 13, the season finale. 3 days ago, the official Solo Leveling account released a climax trailer, hyping up the season finale. It is more or less showing the highlights of all of Season 2, mainly all of Sung Jin-woo's big battles. And
Sakuga!
this trailer has well and truly made me want to go back and rewatch all of Solo Leveling Season 2. And now 3 days later, the official Solo Leveling account have released a new preview image of the season finale
Oh my
of
God.
Solo Leveling Episode 25, also known as Season 2 Episode 13,
The end.
on to the next target. And
The next target? Who is the next target? Because this is the interesting part. We're done with the Jeju Ant Raid that's been set up since the beginning of Solo Leveling. This shit has been teased since the beginning of Season 1, Episode 1. And now we're done. We need to go different. The world needs to expand. We need a new roster of characters, new threats. And I think that national level hunters, this is the path, right? Jinwoo will be recognized as a national level hunter. I'm sure he's going to meet other characters like Thomas Andre, that's already been teased in Season 2. And that Chinese guy as well. And maybe, are they going to be all friends? Are we going to have enemies within the national level hunters? What other threats are going to show up? That's the exciting part.
And it is just one image of Sung Jin-woo looking absolutely majestic, him looking up at the sun. This one image alone has so much meaning. You have the light in front of Sung Jin-woo.
All right, get your English 12 hats on. Symbolism times. All right, tell me, the lighting?
And a dark shadow behind him. This could mean a few things.
That ahead is the light, the future hope. And behind the shadow, the darkness, represents all the bad things that we have overcome. A new dawn is upon us, guys.
One, on the outside, many people see Sung Jin-woo as this cool, calm, collective dude. And I do believe this is how the entire world will start to see Sung Jin-woo in the future. Sung Jin-woo defeated the Ant King.
True.
He has become the hero that
True.
was thinking the country needed. This S ranker who was once an E ranker, the 0 to
I can't get over Gogo and his reaction to this shit, bro. He just got so hyped that the character acting here is actually so peak of him breaking his chair, popping off.
hero storyline. People love a great story. Hearing the story of Sung Jin-woo, this lowly E ranker who was bullied and looked down upon, rising from the bottom and making his way to the top.
And this, not in just terms of what the story is telling you, but like how people want to self-insert themselves into Jinwoo is why I think Solo Leveling does so well. It is such a compelling show where the average person just wants to be Jinwoo, and just, you know, we went from the weakest to one of the strongest right now, right? Stuff like this is why it's so appealing to the young men. And the ladies too. The ladies also love that shit, and they thirst for him, you know? You just, again, great main character to lead your series with. It's that Gojo Satoru effect. You need to have these characters to appeal to both.
To potentially be Korea's strongest S ranker, the shadow behind him was his dark past of him being betrayed, control alt.
Oh, we're
deleted,
reaching
and
right
feeling
now.
like a failure. But he rose to the top and he leveled up. And now, is he finally seeing the lights? Has he achieved everything he wants? Well, he doesn't have a smile on his face. So maybe there is...
It's just not yet. The darkness. Or sometimes light just casts the darkness behind, you know? So sometimes, you know, shadows are casted because light. Anyways, yeah, maybe the neutral phase is supposed to imply that, hey, we're not out of the woods just yet.
still more that he wants in this world. He has achieved his goal on helping out his family, but is it enough for Sung Jin-woo? Will this man have a Walter White-ish breakdown?
I'm a girl, I goon for Gojo and Jinwoo. Your name is Vash the Destroyer. There is no chance that a girl would have a kick name like that. First of all, there are no girls in my community, bro. If I look at the YouTube analytics, there's like 7% girls that watches me and like 93% guys. You're not a girl. That's not fucking lying to me, bro.
Where he finally achieves what he wants, but he is devastated that he doesn't really need to defeat these big bosses. I think it's time to go into my theories for what I believe the next episode is going to be about.
Okay.
So going back to this image of Sung Jin-woo, and how I mentioned how this man might need a reason to keep moving forward and leveling up, I don't think
We need new threats, right? Why would he need to move forward and keep leveling up? If not for new threats that are threatening his safety, his family's safety.
Sung Jin Woo would need a reason anymore. I mean, look at how he was when he defeated the Ant King. The man was an absolute monster. He was taunting the Ant King, hunting it down, and just being an absolute vicious monster on him. Ironic how the Ant King visually looked like a monster, but ended up being a scared little boy, while Sung Jin Woo looking like a human on the outside has
but
a
the
dark
monster
inner demon inside of him.
Oh.
I think that perfectly explains this beautiful new image of Sung Jin Woo. On the outside, the light reflecting his face shows a hero who defeated the ants on Jeju Island, being a calm collective dude, but on the inside, the shadow behind him shows a dark inner demon with monstrous strength.
He's cooking! Because this is my theory the entire time. And I don't know if he's going the directions right now, the direction that I'm thinking right now, but you know my theory the entire time, right? Ever since Dad showed up and was talking to Dongsu, and Dongsu said, you know, again, those things like, hey, there's a calamity threat coming up, and Dongsu was like, who cares? We got all these hunters. And Dad was like, it doesn't matter. This threat will use all those hunters against you. And I was like, that sounds like a necromancer. And with the whole monarch system and the different talks about, you know, from Tuscan saying, you know, if you're here, then what, you're the Shadow Monarch, blah, 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 which implies that, like, the Shadow Monarch is a different entity that is not recognized through Jinmu, meaning, like, yo, is the real Shadow Monarch or otherwhere somewhere? Is Jinmu, like, is the system basically training up Jinmu to become this ultimate threat to make him so powerful so at the end of the day they can, like, control him, and then then Jinmu, the Shadow Monarch himself, is the, like, final endgame boss? Like, is that the direction we're going? I don't know. I'm just going off with the conspiracy theories, but, like, that's kind of the ballpark idea of, like, is the monarchs gonna be the bad people is the direction that I'm thinking of.
I do believe Sung Jin Woo will absolutely become a bit obsessed with defeating all these bosses. It will be the only thing that gives him purpose. Maybe Sung Jin Woo will unconsciously,
or we get Cha Hae-in and Jinmu and they start going out and Jinmu realizes there's more to life than just leveling and he settles down and has a family.
put his family in danger. That way he can continue to fight bosses and have more of a reason to fight them. I mean, there are so many scenes where Sung Jin Woo looks like an absolute demon. He could go down the dark side. But what I think is going to happen in Solo Leveling Season 2 Episode 13 is that the Ant King is battered and bruised, but is still alive. That end cliffhanger scene was incredibly brutal. It seemed like Sung Jin Woo sensed that the Ant King was in fact still alive, so maybe he and the Ant King will have one final clash.
Nah, I think we're done with the fights. I think it's over. I think that, if anything, we're just gonna arise onto the Ant King and we're gonna get Beru.
Before he defeats it, I do believe he is going to...
I mean, if we get one more hype fight, that'd be hype. Takeuchi shows up for just one thing and then boom, we get one more hype fight. I mean, I'd love that shit, but I don't think that's the direction we're going.
arise the Ant King and make him into one of his Shadow Warrior puppets. He might do the same to the Ant Queen and all of the red ants who have fallen. If that happens, Sung Jin will have an absolute
Oh, can we even arise on the Ant Queen? That's a thought that I didn't even have.
army. And I do believe Sung Jin Woo is the key to defeating this mysterious ultimate threat. Back in Solo Leveling Season 2 Episode 3, Jin Woo...
You don't think A1 has the budget for another fight? Casual trap. Budget doesn't matter. It's straight up, it does not matter. When you see animation being enhanced in certain scenes, that's not the budget cranking up. All of that shit is pre-planned beforehand. Budget doesn't matter. It's about talent and scheduling and how they prioritize and planned ahead.
Senior was talking to Dongsu about how the red gates, the dungeons, the beasts, they are just the tip of the iceberg. There is in fact a greater threat out there. I don't know why, but I get the feeling that the greater threat is aliens. This show...
Aliens? Okay, Cook? Wait.
out there. I don't know why, but I get the feeling
Wait?
that the greater threat is aliens. This show has tackled the demons from the dark pits of the underworld. Now I'm just wondering, will aliens start to rain down from the sky?
What a crazy take that I'm down for. Because, like, there's no logic that builds up to this. Alien Monarch? Alien Monarch? Dude, but what if, though? That'd be so hype. Like, what if aliens are the ones that designed the system? Because, like, again, I just don't see the logic that was even built up to make a guess like this. So this is just a random fucking haymaker out of nowhere. But, like, what if the aliens are the ones with the advanced technology that created the systems, bro? What if the aliens were there from the beginning and they're the ones that created the system? They're the ones that created the dungeons and stuff. Because, like, the gates just appeared out of nowhere, right? So I'm down. Why not?
Many series seem to go down that route. They did that with Naruto. They've
Oh.
done it with Scooby-Doo. They've done it with Dragon Ball Z. Many
Yeah, and if this happens, then we can have Solo Leveling going into like, you know, outer planetary like power scale. The power scalers are gonna love this shit. You know, we're gonna go from just like we're gonna expand the power scaling to like, you know, outer universe threats.
times. They could do it with Solo Leveling. But whether or not this threat is going to be aliens or not, I have a feeling that either Jinwoo Sr. or Thomas Andre have the answers. Chairman Go and the surveillance leader were quite curious on what
Mr.
Thomas
America.
Andre was up to, so maybe they have a feeling that Thomas
I just love how this is like Korea's the average Korean's opinion on what an American looks like. You know? Just a long surfer, blonde haired guy, Giga Chad 6'6", wearing shades with a Hawaiian t-shirt. Be the American that Koreans think you are, Americans.
Andre knows something that the two of them don't. It could be something related to the final boss threat of the series, something that Jinwoo Sr. knows about. Of course, it's quite obvious.
I think it was very, again, Jinwoo Sr. here hinted so hard. The threats, the different capabilities of the threats, all having all those hunters, you know, consumed and used against you. It just sounds like the Shadow Monarch's powers, does it not?
That Jinwoo Sr. has more knowledge of what is going on than anyone in the world, and I do feel like Jinwoo Sr. will play a much bigger role in season 3. I feel like the fathers in so many animes always have the biggest secrets. We've seen that with Ichigo's dad.
Yep, that's the thing, bro. Every like battle shonen-esque show, the parents are missing or conveniently conveniently just like missing, or just like they're just acting ignorant, but later on in the end game they're like, oh shit, they're like ex-retired super important officials of this world.
And Naruto's dad, Eren Yeager's dad, Jinga Hagane's dad.
Fraud! Ryo Hagane is a fraud! This motherfucker faked his own death and gave his 12-year-old son PTSD trauma and then made him live like a homeless vagabond to save the world. Worst dad ever. Now, the Immortal Phoenix though? Oh, peak. Immortal Phoenix, 10 out of 10 character. Ryo Hagane, trash. And when he becomes a director as well, trash. That happened with Tsubasa too. As soon as Tsubasa became a director, he just kind of sucks. Yeah, Doji clears, that's right. Doji clears, bro. Fraud, fucking Phoenix, and Kenta, and fucking, what's his name? The childhood friend that got it forgotten later on. They had to do a 3v1 against Giga Doji, bro, just to beat him.
It is a running theme in anime, so I wouldn't be surprised if Jinwoo Sr. and Jinwoo Jr. both had an interaction together and Jinwoo Sr. spilled the beans. And I do believe Jinwoo's new acquired warriors should be enough to tackle this threat.
Oh yeah, bro. Because we are on a different level right now. And I really want to know, could Thomas Andre have beaten Beru? I don't know. What about the Chinese national hunter? Could he have? I don't know. Where do we stand in the power scaling? I don't know. And that's why we need season 3 to come out. Where do we stand with the strongest of this series right now? Are we beyond them? Are we behind? Are we consistent?
As Jinwoo Sr. did tell Dongsu in episode 3 of season 2 that it does not matter how many S-rankers they have, it will never be enough to defeat this threat. It's like what my boy Flock Foster said.
Yeah, right now, S-rank hunters don't even matter, man. Straight up, if you're not national level hunter, S-rank hunters are trash. Because the gap between Jinwoo and the other S-rank hunters, it's not even fucking close. The other S-rank hunters, Guildmaster Beck and Che, they might as well be a bunch of Juhis right now. Which sounds so disrespectful, but look at the relative comparison. It's not even close. It is so the contrast between, you know, the power gap, bro. Holy shit. It's not even fair.
Said,
if we want to stand any chance against the Titans, we need a devil.
And I do believe
English dub
Jinwoo is indeed that devil to defeat this ultimate threat. After watching Solo Leveling,
or is Sung Jin-woo the ultimate threat? Dun dun dun.
season 2 episode 12, I have officially accepted the
That's fucking crazy that he made a video off of one frame here. He didn't, there's literally no other scenes shown. Man, you think that I'm the monarch of farming? Boy, do reviews, bro? Put put the respect on this guy's name. No, he rivals me. He beats me. Dude, like, straight up. This dude? How the fuck? This is episode 12 review. This is Farming the Hate. This is the video that we're watching right now. And there's 2 extra videos he pumped out. How is that possible? What are you farming? What content are you? Also, this is chin leveling. We might watch chin leveling later. How is he doing this? I don't know.
Threat. As Jinwoo Sr. did tell Dongsu in episode 3 of season 2 that it does not matter how many S-rankers they have, it will never be enough to defeat this threat. It's like what my boy Flock Foster said.
If we want to stand any chance against the Titans,
English dub
we
again.
need a devil!
And I do believe Sung Jin-woo is indeed that devil to defeat this ultimate threat. After watching Solo Leveling season 2 episode 12, I have officially accepted the fact that Sung Jin-woo is in fact the main focus of the series, at least when it comes to him being the...
It took you 2 seasons watching a show called Solo Leveling to realize that he is the main focus of the show? Come on, you're rage baiting. You're rage baiting. No, come on, man.
Well, I have officially accepted the fact that Sung Jin-woo is in fact the main focus of the series, at least when it comes to him being the one to defeat these final bosses.
Come
I
on,
didn't
bro.
expect so much from Yeonhu Baek and Guildmaster Choi when it came to fighting the Ant King, and Dongsu got defeated easily by Jinwoo's father, so Jinwoo Sr. and Jinwoo Jr. will be the final 2 monsters who will be fighting this ultimate threat.
Or what if Jinwoo is the ultimate threat? I'm really reaching with the Shadow Monarch theory, but I just want it to be true, man.
And maybe Thomas Andre? Could he be a blood relative to the Jinwoo family?
Oh, now we rage. Oh, now we've... Oh, man. Yeah? Yeah? Do we got some American genes, or does he have some Japanese genes? Yo, let's talk about the Jinwoo legacy. Yo, who the grandpa at, you know? You never know. Let him cook.
Is the Jinwoo bloodline the key to defeating this mysterious ultimate threat that Lee Seal warned Jinwoo back in season 2 episode 8? We just got to wait and see. Regardless, I am incredibly hyped and excited for Solo Leveling season 2 episode 13, the season finale on Saturday. But tell me in the comments down below.
I'm just still so impressed that he was able to farm out an 8-minute 42-second video off of 1 fucking frame where we just did English 12 and talked about the light, the darkness, Jinwoo's neutral face, the threat ahead of us. But I honestly, the alien stuff, that'd be cool, bro. The alien stuff, imagine aliens are actually pulling up and they're like the ones that designed, like these like super advanced species are the ones that like design these systems and gates and shit like that. And we're all just like part of a simulation. Why not? That would be a fucking peak theory, man. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I feel like episode 13, you guys shouldn't have that much expectations in terms of like crazy fights or Sakuga moments or insane shit. I think it's gonna be one of those episodes where it's gonna be the focus is on the world building, the characterizations of different characters that's gonna be important for the future seasons, and it's just gonna tease us and introduce like a new threat and new just stuff to look forward to. And then I hope that season 3 announcement comes out, and for sure season 3 will happen, but it's just nice to have a trailer or a PV that just boom drops and goes like season 3 confirmed, see you 2026 or some shit. Please go check out Boy Dude Reviews channel. Here's a link to the video. Go give the video a like if you want, and I'll see you next time.